Hi everybody, welcome to Module 5. We'll be talking about power and energy technology in this module. The first task is to work collaboratively to create an energy source presentation. So I would like you to read through the instructions carefully before you get started. But the basic idea is that you are going to be assigned a small group, and then your small group is going to be assigned one energy source. You're going to use some resources provided as well as resources that you find to create a presentation. And so the presentation, I have a little list of topics for you to include in your presentations. You don't need to necessarily make a new slide for each one of these bullet points here, and you don't need to answer every single question specifically, but I do want you to touch on all of these topics. There are a couple requirements for it. So you should have between 5 and 15 slides. That doesn't include a title page and a works cited page. And so it's a presentation, so it should have concise written text, not like rambling, run-on sentences, things like that. It should have pictures, illustrations, things to make it a little bit more visually interesting and engaging, and it has to be neatly organized and easy to follow. And then you'll also have the title page and works cited page in APA format. There should be at least 3 references. So after you go through all of the instructions carefully, head over to the discussion area, and you'll be able to see your group as well as your type of energy. And so these discussions are not like the usual group discussions that we do. This is kind of just your starting off point where you can start to strategize with your group what your plan of action is going to be. You won't need to do a summary of this discussion. This is just a jump off point and to kind of break you up into your group so you know who you're with. So once you get started with your group, you can basically divvy out who's going to do research, or are you all going to do research, who's going to be making the slide, or will you make the slide together. It's up to you how you do it, but every partner should contribute equally. You'll be using Google Slides, and I created a tutorial on how to use that if you've never used it before. It's super user-friendly and it's really good for collaboration. If you've never done it before, watch the tutorial, the screencast that I'm posting. I haven't actually put it up yet, but it will be there. It'll guide you through it. It's very simple to use. It's a really nice technology. Okay, so that is the first task. And one last thing about that, there is no Dropbox for that task. That's something that you are going to also share with me through Google, which you will learn more about when you watch that screencast. You possibly already know how to do that. I know it's used quite a bit in a lot of different scenarios. So yeah, just watch the screencast if you haven't done it before. Okay, moving on. Task 2, energy source presentation self-assessment. And full disclosure, I have not posted this self-assessment yet. So it is, at this time, it is not in the content area for me to show you, but it will be there. It's just going to be a brief self-assessment sort of reflection assignment, and you'll click on it and you'll fill it out. It'll be like multiple choice questions, and all you'll need to do is hit submit when you're done. So you won't need to put that into a D2L Dropbox either. That should be really easy for you to follow. It's very, very clear format, but it will be there soon, I promise. Task 3, it's more similar to the task that we've done in the past. It is a whole group discussion. The topic is Chernobyl, the Chernobyl nuclear accident. And so you have a couple content sources to read and watch. There is a reading and 2 short-ish videos. The videos are about 13 minutes each. They're pretty interesting too. So in your original discussion post, I'm not going to prompt you to answer any specific questions this time. I'm kind of leaving it open so that you can kind of respond in whatever way you want. So think outside of the box, be creative with what you're writing. Think about nuances of the situation that maybe other people don't think about immediately. And then you're going to conclude your post with one question related to what you talked about in your original discussion. One question for your peers to answer to engage them in what you think about the issue. Okay, so that is it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be I believe, out of internet service this weekend. I'm heading to Big Timber for an art festival with my high school students. Should be interesting. But yeah, have a good time with this. Make sure you get a head start on working with your partners, and do let me know if you have any issues getting in touch with your partners, and I'll try to bridge the gap there. Alrighty, thank you, everybody.